first thing you're going to do is you'll sit on the ground or your mat, and you will place this underneath of you. So you can do your hamstrings. Easiest setup, you just lift up. So you have to lift yourself up with your upper body and roll forward, okay? So that's step number one. These are your hamstrings that you're rolling out. Going back and forth. If that's too easy, you can do one single leg. So what that would look like is you cross your leg over top, lift up, and you roll. Now, our muscles are not just fixed on one length or one dimension. You can turn your body to get different areas of the hamstrings. So for this instance, I'm gonna lift myself up, turn my leg inward, and now I have more of my inner thigh. So rolling in, rolling out. I'll switch legs to show how you do the outer thigh. So what that looks like is you're going to, almost like a side plank, and you're gonna be here on your hip bone. The leg you wanna stretch is lengthened out here, and the one over top, you're bending to support yourself to lift up. That's how that would go. So, you start at your hip and go back and forth. This is how you get your outer thigh. Come back to a seated position without hurting yourself. And we can also sit on the roller to work our glutes. So, the way that that works is you want to have your feet out in front of you like a sit-up position. Put your hands back, and you're going to cross one ankle over the knee like in figure 4. Then you're going to tilt in that direction. So my right leg is on top of my left. I'm now going to tilt towards the right and go back and forth. The glute does not go straight up and down behind you or horizontal. It goes on an angle. So by turning this way, you are going along the grain of the muscle, going back and forth. This can also help for low back pain. Make sure to do both sides. I'm just doing one side to demonstrate. Then you have your inner thigh. And how that would look is facing the ground. So we're going to put the foam roller on the inner thigh here. This is where a mat would be helpful. And you're going to put the roller right on the inside of your leg. So this leg is going to be propped up, and you're going to roll back and forth. You can also angle it, and that will work differently. So that's how you do that, rolling back and forth from there. You can also do your calves. So to do your calves, same thing, we're lifting up and we're rolling back and forth. Again, if that's too easy, you can stack the legs and roll back and forth here. My calves are tight, so this hurts. Now, if it hurts, that's a good thing. You want to work into it back and forth. Just like if you've ever had an intense massage, working that muscle, you need to go through and break up the muscle tissue. That is what self-myofascial release is doing. So what the name actually defines is the muscle tissue has tissue that wraps around each of the muscle fibers through injury or wear and tear from doing physical activities, building muscle. These are not bad things, these are just how the body works. We have to smooth them out because sometimes we get that scar tissue built up, and then that can limit our mobility, flexibility, and movements in our lifts or whatever the case may be. So that's where that comes in handy. The next thing that this is very helpful for is opening the shoulders. So what you're going to do is you're going to be in that seated position, again on the floor, and what you want to do is have that roller hit where your bra strap would be, or at the bottom of your scapula, and then you arch back. If you have scoliosis or anything that already has your spine fixed, be careful with this movement. We don't want to overdo anything that can cause problems, any discs bulging or anything like that. If you do not have any of these issues and it's just a fact of leaning over a computer or sitting tight at a chair, desk, or vehicle most of the days, this is very beneficial for you to help open up the chest. And you can roll back and forth. And you might hear some clicking. Very good for working on shoulder mobility for squats. So as you're holding here, lifting the arms up overhead, trying to touch the ground. If you notice that that is difficult, then that is a goal to have when doing this foam rolling exercise. So that is for your back. You can also turn to the side where it will get your lat. So if you lift and you get tight in your back, this can help alleviate that and also improve how you build muscle in that area. This is a very minimal moving exercise. So you're actually going to lay into that corner, extend that arm out, and roll back and forth. Very minimal. Same with the chest, facing down. And you want to angle that roller. Just going to adjust this a little bit. There we go. And you're going to have the roller almost like by your armpit. So if I was on the floor, it would look like this. Okay, so having this down like this, actually laying on the ground, I already feel that. I did train chest not too long ago, so I definitely feel that. I don't even have to move. Now for you it might be a different story, and you can roll back and forth as needed. Try these exercises.